Apparently, in the last 6 or 7 years, they suddenly have a prohibition on you actually looking out the window. I think it's because of digital photography, personally.
Yeah, you could tell everybody, look, there's no way. Here's one shot, that's it.
Here's my ticket stub. You can see it even says on the ticket stub, no photography. They're real serious about it.
You know, they say that there were live oaks, and it's the same live oaks that are there. Mm-hmm. And they don't lose their leaves till after, in the spring.
Here's my ticket stub and my illegal photograph that I saved.
Are you going to burn it? Going to send it to Henry Kissinger?
He wouldn't know what the fuck it was.
Well, yeah, right, but you could, it would be like a bad juju on him. You know, sometimes it's good just to fuck with the man because it, creates this whole Febreze being around him and fucks him up for a while. You know, if the man is going to play mind games with you, why can't you play mind games with the man? That's
what I like to do with my art voodoo curses.
I think you should send it to Henry Kissinger. I mean, I don't really see that there's anybody in our viewing audience, though they may run the free world, that they're really any more important than we are. I mean, I think that since we have attained our recent fame, we're entitled to just as much of a say as any other, pinhead. Mm-hmm. Which brings me to the other reason I had to use this chart, which is to show that I've been obsessed. Remember I was talking about the inverted yield curve, and it always went like that, and that predicts a recession a year in advance. Well, strangely enough, there's been this phenomenal increase in volume in the stock market, beginning in there's two times, 1983 and 1999 or 2000. And it's volume. If you look at the stock market and you look at volume, wherever they talk about volume, it's real flat line through, from the beginning, since the 30s, through the 60s and the 70s. And then you get in the 80s, and it fucking increases by an exponential amount. By 10 to maybe the third.
Yeah.
Right? And then you get to 1999 and it gets hugely bigger. More of an amount of 10 to the 7.
Yeah.
Right? So I've always been just fascinated because when you have increase in volume, you always have increase in value. I'm thinking that what these people did who refloated the banks or the currency, probably the dollar, is they went by a value of 10, which is why you see this exponential amount. So I bet they were okay, I'm going to give you this for this. But they did it secretly because I had read about that shit in the newspaper or in a book. Mm-hmm. That's my theory. Well, so anyway, that's one of the things that the man is trying to cover up. It's all of his crimes, you know. Oh.
Why don't you hold up my art for the camera real fast while I wash out the brush?
I even think that they came up with that whole Y2K bullshit to cover up the fact that they had to refloat at about that time.
Be careful.
Due to long-term capital management going down.
The paint's still wet.
Oh, I'm bleeding.
Move.
They gave the Dalai Lama fucking pancreatic cancer.
That's our favorite disease, to foist upon their enemies.
This would be really easy to do.
Okay, so as you can see, this is steamed up quite nicely. I want to grab me
Those look like innards.
a spoon and taste it, and then
Like
fix the
innards.
seasoning. Why did you drop that? That's my curse.
Well, I didn't mean to.
I'm going to stick it over here with my other curse. There.
I'm sure most of those people is already dead.
It's pretty tasty. I'm going to add just a little tiny bit of Parmesan cheese to kind of give it some punch, and I think it will be ready to serve. How much time we got left? 2 minutes. Perfect. Well, why don't you tell them how to get a hold of us, Shasta? You know, I keep giving you...
Shasta.
No, that's not it. Okay. I'm trying to give you a chance to actually, like, tell people these things.
What does it matter?
In
Because
case
the
you get
internet's
lost
gone
one
away.
day and you can't figure out where you are,
Oh.
you'll know how to get in touch with me.
Oh, you know what? If I can't figure out where I am, and I can't, and I still need to get in touch with you, I'm sure I'll find some smart boy to figure it out for me.
All right. colasisters@gmail.com is the best way. MySpace.com/Arcie Cola, ARCIECOLA. MySpace.com/Shastac, SHASTAC. You can leave us a voicemail at 512-782-HEAT, HEAT. You can send us something in the mail to Cola Sisters at P.O. Box 302-102, Austin, Texas, 78703. We come on Tuesday nights at 10 o'clock on Channel 16. We have been voted the best in Austin twice by both major newspapers in our town.
It was by readers.
By the readers of our papers.
Which means we're popular.
Which means people like our show. So hopefully y'all are having a good time watching us, and you'll tell all your friends. And that's it. This has been Cookin Good. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Hamburger Hepper, Italian style.
Helps you make a great meal.
Or something like that. This is good. Can tell already.
It sounds gross.
Does it?
It sounds like sex.
Well, at least it's not that farting sound when when you're like doing it from behind and
Like
you get
a
a lot
queef.
of like a queef,
Queef.
and your pussy just like farts out. That's so embarrassing.
I love it.
Or when you're fucking missionary
yes.
style and you're naked
Yes.
and you're both
And your
like
body is doing that.
your body is fart.